Hi, people. Hope you're all well. I might do another live stream soon because the last one I thought went very well. And I enjoy them. I like engaging with my subscribers. I think they're a good thing. So I might do that soon. I'm probably not going to advertise it because I find it makes no difference in terms of how many people view them. I've had a situation before where I will say, for example, the live stream will be at this time on this day, and it didn't really get any more people. So, if you guys and girls excuse me, I'm going to just do it spontaneously. But here's the thing, if you do miss one, don't worry because I will do them again. And unlike the company I'm going to be talking about, I try to listen to my subscribers. Um, I mean, I've never taken an approach of, for example, doing requests or anything like that, but I do try to engage and I try to listen to feedback. I'm not saying I'll always agree with it, but I try to listen to it. Anyway, I enjoy those live streams, so keep an eye out. And like I say, if you miss it, don't worry, I'll do them again. I might even do one today, who knows? Because the truth is, it's hard to find time when everyone is free. So I could do one, for example, this afternoon, and then people might be Sunday afternoon probably is a good time. But it's just difficult to get a time when everyone's free. Certainly, if we're thinking of international time zones as well, if I've got subscribers in Canada, Turkey, as I know I do, and in other countries, it's difficult to get time that suits everyone. So I'll just do it spontaneously. Um, okay, this one is actually about social media. So I got a message. It would be 2 days ago now. Facebook. Um, you have been muted for 24 hours for violating our community guidelines. Um, and they've put two other sanctions on me. I think it was you're not allowed to comment in groups for 30 hours, and your posts will be, I think they said, in the back of the queue for 28 days. I'm not too bothered about that one because I don't really know what it means. I mean, I don't think it's, to me, the main restriction would be if I can't comment because I am very active. Well, that's been brought back, but I'm not happy with the way Facebook does this. So, they showed me a screenshot of when you click on this, only you could see this, and then you see the supposedly offending screenshot. Um, about a week ago, I was commenting on a rap song, and it was, I forget the precise details now, but basically the rapper, female rapper, made a protest song about the abortion debate, right? And I simply pointed out I thought that the message fell flat because her lyrics were quite vulgar. They were just very much in your face and very F this and F that, and just I just thought it was unnecessarily crude. I've made no secret of the fact I'm not a fan of contemporary rap. I think most of it is rubbish. I think it's vacuous. I think it glorifies crime, violence, fast money, promiscuity. I just don't like that whole world. I think it's very sleazy, very I don't like it. My opinion, which is my right to have an opinion. Other people have the right to like it. But anyway, I mentioned this. I said that I think that whatever good message or whatever, whether you agree with the issue or not, the message fell flat because she was crude. So people will be focusing on that and not what she's saying. Rightly or wrongly, that's human nature. Anyway, that's what I said, and someone decided to insinuate that because I'd said this, because I criticised rap, I was being a racist. Um, and the truth is, I lost my cool because, you know, putting that on someone, especially a white person, frankly, is a very inflammatory thing to do. Now, of course, I retorted and I said, well, where's the racism? I haven't mentioned race. Is it because you assume that rap is enjoyed by African Americans, therefore, if you criticize it, it must be racist? Well, what about white rappers? What about, and I put all these points to the person. I'm not particularly a fan of death metal, and that tends to be dominated by white Nordic people. Um, so This is a tactic that the regressive left often uses. They insinuate race where there is none. I wasn't thinking of race when I criticise this. I was thinking of it's crude, it's falling flat. I mean, I could get into a whole big thing about the number of black musicians that I like and the influence of African American music on wider music genres, some of which I really like. I could get into all of that, but I don't see why I should have to prove myself. For nonsense. Anyway, I took issue with this person naturally, and I basically said, try reading idiots, and I had idiot in block bubbles because I was peeved off. I was and that is supposedly what I've been sanctioned for because I called them an idiot. I can't see what else it is. That was the comment that they've highlighted. This has violated our community guidelines. I'm thinking, wait a second. This person can falsely accuse me of racism, but I'm not allowed to defend myself. It's absolutely the strange thing is they didn't even sanction me for my initial comment, which was criticizing the crude thing, criticizing rap. I mean, it's I'm just thinking, where is the common sense of whoever's moderating this? Anyway, at the end of last year, I was also sanctioned for something else. Now, on that occasion, I took an issue with some Islamists who had basically glorified a man's death. He was, I believe, a Danish or Swedish cartoonist. Lars Vilk, I think the guy was called, and he died in a road accident. Anyway, they were really glorifying his death, and I thought a very tasteless way. Just saying he'll be going to hell and he's served him right, and all these comments were just in bad taste. The man died, he died in a tragic circumstance. But because he was an alleged blasphemer, oh well, that's fine. Well, um, are they, sanctioned for violating community guidelines? No, because I confront them and I say I forget the exact words, but I'm criticizing the ideology of Islamism. I'm criticizing the intolerance of Islamism, and I've probably done it quite bluntly. But here's the thing: I'm not vilifying Muslims. I am not vilifying any nationality or ethnic group or anyone any sort of sexual orientation or anything like that. I'm criticizing an ideology which pan-Islamism is. Namely, it's a juxtaposition of Islam and politics. It's kind of, if you like, political theocracy. So I got sanctioned for that because I confronted these people for glorifying the man's death. Now, I remember I did appeal that one. It wasn't easy, but I did. And they claimed that I was attacking the group based on religion. The problem with I wasn't, of course, I was attacking the ideology of Islamism, not Muslims. But there's a few things with that. Even if I was criticizing Islam, the religion, I don't see why the hell that should be a protected demographic. If it's okay for Muslims to incite hatred against so-called apostates and ex-Muslims and blasphemers, why can others not criticize Islam? My experience makes me think that there is a serious problem of consistency. And I'm new to Twitter, so I'm not as familiar with that. But certainly in Facebook, I mean, they will sanction some very petty things, yet they turn a blind eye to some fairly serious things. Open threats. I know this because I have personally reported threatening messages. I'm not talking about opinions I disagree with. I'm not talking about someone saying something a little bit rude. I'm talking about people saying really inflammatory, threatening things. I reported it. Facebook replies, you done the right thing, but this does not violate our community guidelines. So I'm thinking, what is going on with these people? I mean, is it an automated computer system where they get a report, then they just says, computer says no, we'll sanction this, or is there actually a sentient human being looking at this stuff and determining it themselves if they're a moderator? And my question to them is, why are you not consistent? Why are you ignoring context? For example, what I've just been sanctioned for, why did you not look at the context that I was defending myself? It's very frustrating. It just makes me think that there's a basic common sense deficiency of those at the top. And it's frustrating because, Facebook's a very powerful company. It's got over 1 billion users. In fact, it's probably approaching 2 billion now. So it's a sizable chunk of the world's population. That's an enormous amount of power. Mark Zuckerberg, Sheryl Sandberg, and the others, they need to explain why are they not consistent. Because I know that many conservatives and people on the right have complained that Facebook sanctions them, but not left wingers. I think there might be some truth in that. Now, it's difficult to really fully get a whole picture of this because there's millions of posts out there. But I just know from my own experience that things I have reported that really are threatening, Facebook does nothing about. Yet, calling someone an idiot because they've deliberately distorted your comment, maybe I shouldn't have lost my temper, but it just seemed so petty in comparison. And I'm muted for 24 hours. Um, I mean, the problem with this is I now feel, well, can I stand up for myself? Can I voice my conviction without getting some sanction? And of course, the next time it could be like they could permanently ban me because this is the second violation. Even though on both contexts, it's like had I decided to be childish and call someone racist or homophobic or sexist names, which I wouldn't because it's not me, but if I did, then I probably couldn't complain. But I really do question their consistency. And it makes me wonder, is there some undue influence going on? I don't want to get into the realm of conspiracy theories, but it makes you wonder. It does make you wonder. Why is it they're inconsistent? Now, some people might say, oh, well, you shouldn't engage in confrontation. What I would put to them is if someone's making a false accusation against you, would you not want to defend yourself? Would you not be angry? Of course you would. I think I've got as much right as anyone to defend myself. But it does make me cynical about the way this company operates. And one of the worst things about it is you're totally powerless. I mean, I can't appeal this. There's no button saying appeal if you feel our decision was wrong. It's just like this is it. We are God, and you cannot complain. It's very frustrating. I mean, it's done now. I've got my access to my account back. But what I've done is actually posted a screenshot of this, and I've written pretty much what I've said in this video to put it out there, see what people think of this. Because I know I'm certainly not the only person in my circle that's had this problem. And I'm not the sort of person to go around trolling and starting fights just for no reason. I'm opinionated. I voice my views on a wide range of subjects, and if news comes up on my feed, I will opine as as everyone else does. That's what the comment button is for. The comment option is for. Um, but this is a problem if you feel you need to walk on eggshells about it. Um, so get it together, Facebook. Be more consistent. Um, be more democratic. Give people a chance to defend themselves, to appeal, and just I don't know. They need to explain why they're not consistent because they're absolutely not. And it might be they might say, well, we've got limited personnel to deal with millions of users. Okay, but that's still not an excuse for a particular moderator saying, okay, I'm going to sanction this, but this won't get the free pass. I mean, who are these people? I think it creates a real trust problem. And one last thing, it's not as easy as just saying, well, you don't have to stay on Facebook, you can close your account, you can leave. It's not that simple because I have friends from around the world, and Facebook is my primary source of connections with them. I've been on the site for 10 years. I'm in a lot of groups, and I spend a lot of time on it, probably too much time to be fair. But it's not, I think that's an unreasonable proposition. Oh, well, if you don't like the way they do things, just leave. It's users like myself, granted, millions of us, who collectively have helped build this company up by choosing to have a membership with it. So collectively, I think we should have some say in how things are done. But this is what happens. These big companies, they just change things and they don't consult anyone. It's there's a lot of things I don't like about it. But anyway, it's over now. But that was my experience, and I just wonder if as is anyone watching this, if you're active on Facebook, have you had this experience? Because it's a nonsense. It's an inconsistency that is just so grating to me. Let me know your thoughts.